Generous man he was, how caring and how genuine he was. I want to thank Nancy and Amy for coming down. You shared the ultimate gift. He touched our lives. He enriched our lives. He made all of our lives better. I want you to know that he was extremely loved down here. He was
so loved.
He was taken care of. If I can't express it enough, this girl alone just loved him to death. I can just tell you that.
Last night we were sitting at dinner with Nancy and Amy. Alright, now we got some football coming through. But last night, I think I got paid like the biggest compliment, and like Neil was like, I really have to introduce you tonight as this, because Courtney...
We all know Jason, we love him, we know the great sense of humor he has, how sarcastic, the prankster that he was, how crazy of a guy he was, and most of you, I know we all know Amy, but...
If you don't, I'm little Amy. There's Amy DC, and there's Amy. Amy DC is Jason's cousin.
And what
we were a hot commodity back in the day.
What we figured out is Amy is Jason with tits.
Yes, that's what he honestly, we shared our craziness. I mean, Amy, Mac, Jason Anderson with tits. Honestly, for you guys that don't know, me and Jason were talking 2 weeks ago about moving in with each other. And Nancy's already said she was like already dreading these phone calls. Because Jason loves to tell. Let me tell you what Amy did. Let me tell you what Amy did.
Amy does this, Amy does that, Amy does this.
But I got love from the Hensons, and you know, I just want to tell you, like, if anything that came together tonight, we have brought back Aaron, extra medium. God, you have hair that long, like, you know. If anything, like, Jason loved friendship more than anything. And he always had my back. And Terrell, I can never tell you the things that he told on you. I would never. But, yeah, no. Honestly, I will tell you this. Like, we've had our moments in the driveway in Mooresville. Like, but I'll tell you, like, I have developed some of the friends that I call family for life. Neil, especially. Jason was supposed to be a videographer for Neil's wedding in 2 weeks. Neil and Amber are getting married in 2 weeks. Let's just give it up for them. Somebody, Amber, thank you for swiping it away. Jason was a big part of 2 weeks from now. Jason was so excited. Jason lost his wingman.
Well, the truth is Jason still is going to be a big part of 2 weeks from now. He's going to be a big part of the rest of my life. And I think all of our lives. The great thing I love about tonight is so many people I haven't seen in years, so many people I have to look at deep in the eye and be like, yeah, I do remember you.
Yeah.
And different walks of life. I've got people here from Jason's day at the wedding mall. There's people here from his video editing days. There's so many people in here that have been lucky and blessed enough to share the stage with him, share, you know, a roof with him, all of that. And if you just see in some of the pictures that we're showing, you see the joy in his face. You see the love that he shared for each of you. I know each of you have your own unique Jason story. You have this memory of him, the talks that you had, or the night that you went out and did this, or the concert that you went to, or when, you know, you woke up in a weird place together. Because, you know, if you knew Jason, that kind of thing happened. And that was like the beautiful thing about it. You know, I'll take away so many things from my time with Mr. Anderson, and the way that he enriched my life, enriched the lives of the people around me. I was telling my nephew, Tristan, you know, he sent me a text to give me condolences on what all had happened and everything, and one of the things that struck me, he said, you know, I'm sorry that, you know, it happened that way. I'm sorry that this is something that you have to carry with you from now on. And I thought about it for a moment, and I was like, you know, you can look at it that way, but the same way, like when my dad had passed, it's like, you know, for this kid, as much as he meant to me, that is something I would gladly, and anything he had with him, carry forever. His spirit is with me now. It's all around. Our good friend Courtney, who couldn't be here tonight because her sister's getting married, she was on her way out to Charlotte. She was doing some shopping. She lives in Vegas. And she was going through Target. She was just shopping. And as soon as she got to the liquor aisle, on the sound system, Black Crow started blaring. Right when she hit that, and she knew immediately. She was like, yep, that's Jason. I was like, that's incredible. He's with you. She felt him around. I was on my way to a gig that same day. As soon as I got in the car, turned on the radio, hard to handle. I mean, the drum, pow, pow, pow. I'm like, there he is, you know, and he's laughing. It's the little moments that you hear him. I mean, I can't tell you, I picked up my phone so many times to text Jason this. Or I'm waiting for him to call because this so-and-so happened. I'm like, hey, you know, are you done with my video? Or are you done with this? Or are you going to join us out here? Are you going to meet me here? You know, and there's so many ways to move forward from this kind of, you know, loss and this kind of experience. But I didn't lose him in spirit. I gained his aura. I gained his love. He surrounds me. He's always going to be with me. You know, when I listen to the radio and I hear a song, it's going to remind me of Jason. You know, when I go sit behind the drums tomorrow night at that show, I'm going to be remembered of Jason. Anytime I see any one of y'all's faces, or I see anything on Facebook or a post, and I just see your name or anything, that's going to remind me of Jason. And to me, that's a beautiful thing. That's something we can take with us forever. When I marry my best friend in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be thinking of Jason. When my best friend comes from Texas, you know, it reminds me of Jason. It reminds me of the love that I have, the love that he shared with me, that he shared with all of us. I mean, on behalf of Nancy and Amy, Terrell, Brandon, little Amy, everyone, Reagan, Rick, I mean, we all thank you so much for coming in to be a part of this. I know that this helps me. This is going to, you know, make the process just more swallowable, if that's even a word, you know? But I know that I've got you, I've got this girl, I've got my brothers, I've got my wife.
Brandon.
And
Terrell.
This is what I needed. This is what we all needed. I'm glad that we could do this. I'm glad for Brandon, Amy, and Terrell's help putting this all together. And, you know, if he were here, he'd be laughing. He'd be sharing all these stories with each of you. It would take him probably 2 weeks to go around each one of you, share that ridiculous story that you shared, have that laugh with you, run off, have that drink, whatever, go outside, smoke that cigarette with you, and then he could do that with every single one of us and have that many different stories and that many different memories. It's just beautiful. I'm glad that you guys are here, and I fucking love every single one of you.
No, but I just want to tell you, like, me and Jason have some remarkable times. If there's anybody that I've ever fought with, like a brother, it's definitely Jason. He could hear my voice no matter what venue, what concert I was at. If I was there, he'd be like, I knew it, I heard it.
Who doesn't?
He knew my, yeah, well. For all you that don't know me, I'm a loudmouth, but let me tell you something. I'm a friend for life if you ever meet me. That's for sure. But not only did I gain friends, I gained an amazing family. And Amy DC gave me the news, and I had to give my brothers here the news. And that was probably the hardest moment of my life. But I will tell you this. Me and him went to our last concert 8.5 weeks ago. It was amazing. Best time ever, and that's the way I want to remember him. The love of music, the love of what we did. But he brought me to his family, Amy DC, which I'm so glad, like, we've reconnected because we were like the Amy Double Trouble back in the day. And Nancy heard all of her stories, and Nancy just bared with us, God bless her.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I do.
Yeah, exactly, Nancy. Yeah. But Nancy was like, oh my God, even if you and Jason moved in together, I'd be like so scared of the phone calls I was going to get. Like, I mean, I don't know. Because I don't know who knew more, me or Jason. Me and Jason always knew it all. So, but I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for coming tonight. This is such the way I wanted to remember him. And I've been so nervous that tonight I wanted to be perfect for him. This room could not represent our life and like him more all together.
You know what would make it more perfect?
What? I'm not singing. Brandon said it's no Amy karaoke night. Brandon's already told me. Brandon's warned me.
Smart.
Shut up. But anyways, I just wrote a few things. I want to make sure I covered the bases. So. But I know that Jason's looking down tonight, and he is so proud of each and every one of us that have come together. He's so proud. Because Jason didn't ever go out silent. We're always the loud ones. So, I mean, I have a soundtrack from him that he did me a CD back in the day when you actually pulled out CDs and listened to them. and it goes from Tracy Chapman to smack my bitch up. You know, like that's just like the route we went. We went from there to there. But thank you, Neil. Thank you, Brandon, Terrell. Thank you to Whiskey Warehouse, Scott, and the Wickers for donating the spot tonight. We've all came together, and I think we represent him very well.
I think he'd be happy. I think
I'm little Amy and I'm out. I love y'all.
I think this definitely would have warmed his soul. I hope that Nancy and Amy are enjoying the time spent here. We know that we'll definitely have more time spent together.
And Nancy and Amy, you're stuck with me for life. I don't know how you feel about that.
Run!
Shut up!
Jason had a drum set, and luckily, by the grace of God, Amy DC gets that drum set for her
Yes,
kids.
for her young boys, they get to beat on it every night and morning. That's Jason harassing you still from above.
He's still gonna get you, girl.
Yeah.
And I thought about something. It's like, you know, the many long talks you have with Jason, middle of the night, crazy times, because there was a time that, you know, I was a good partier myself, and we would talk about all sorts of stuff, and we would talk about moments like this, you know, because we've suffered before, we've been strong, and we've gotten through it, and I'd talk about, like, you know, if I ever, you know, this is the way it would kind of, you know, go down, and he'd be like, if I ever, you know, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. Jason was also, you know, the prankster that I told you about. I remember the first time I met Rick, we had a weekend down, we went to Myrtle Beach, House of Blues, we went to see Black
Jason
Crows.
loves some Rick.
Big surprise, but I remember walking in the morning, watching the sunrise by myself, looking for seashells, shark's tooth, that sort of thing.
Shark's Tooth Carmen. Where's she at? Oh my God, she's not even in here.
And I was alone, sun was coming up, and the next thing you knew, my face hit the shore. Like waves crashing over me, all this kind of foam flying. I'm like, what in the hell? And I turn around, and there's Jason standing over me with that laugh.
Cell phone,
My
watch,
God.
wallet,
But it's
all
so
that.
infectious.
But we were talking about how crazy, you know, he would prank people. Mike was telling me all the crazy stuff they would do. Where they'd tell someone, hey, we're picking you up. He's going to drive, you know, walk half a mile down because parents didn't want him to know that, you know, he was leaving the house. And Jason would pull up, and as soon as he sees a guy coming to the car, he moves ahead a few blocks. And they made him chase the car for like a mile and a half. I would just tell him our shark tooth searching story and stuff. And so I always told Jason, I'm like, man, if God forbid something ever happened to you, something ever happened to me, and you know, I'm at your funeral, I'm at this, I'm at a service or whatever, I'm gonna have something very special, just very.
Yes, we love from Britney Spears. Yes. Oh, baby, baby, that's my karaoke.
So I just wanted to take this moment to say, buddy, Jason, we know you're there, we know you're here, you're looking at us, you're laughing, you're joining us. I just played Britney Spears at your funeral, bitch. Thank you all. I love you all.
I think you might come back on that one.
He's on his way back.
You know, I'll certainly miss that kid. There's definitely nobody I've ever met that's quite like him. Got some lots of memories. I was even spending last week trying to think of it all with